Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Love Lies Bleeding. And this movie is directed by Rose Glass, and I believe this is her second feature film. This movie came out in 2024, and it's an A24 film, and that's always something that catches my eye. And I thought this movie was great. I loved this movie, and pretty much met the majority of my expectations. Like, there's lots of really great scenes in this movie in general that I really connected with, and I thought our two main leads had great chemistry. The acting was really good. Even Kristen Stewart, who normally I don't like, but in this movie I thought she did a great job. And Ed Harris is also in this movie. He was great to watch as well. And the girl who plays Jackie, Katie M. O'Brien, who I've never seen in anything before, I thought she was great. She fit the role very well, and I really love the tone of this movie. This movie takes place in the 80s, and you get lots of, I believe it's synthwave music in this movie, and that's something that I liked about it. And it was also composed by Clint Mansell, who for a while did all of Darren Aronofsky's movies. He was the composer for those movies. I think he did everything from Pi all the way up to Noah. And here I thought the music was great, and I thought he did a great job. There are points in this movie where it is violent, and I like the violence. It didn't feel cartoonish or laughable like it easily could have. But at the same time, it didn't feel like it was showing off blood for no reason. It was meant to be effective, and it served a purpose in the story, and that's why it works. And the movie is very fast-paced. It's under 2 hours, and the movie wastes absolutely no time. And this is also one of those movies where you can very easily figure out each of these characters just by looking at them. Just when you have a quick look at like 5 to 10 seconds at any of these characters in this movie, you can at the very least understand a few traits about them. And believe it or not, I was actually right about a decent amount of the things that I was suspecting that they were going to be. And when I say that, that I don't mean I was disappointed by that. I was saying like, oh, I'm glad I was right about that. And also it benefited the movie because of that. And the way these characters play a role in the story, I liked all that. I liked the relationship between Jackie and Lou, our two main leads. I thought it was well developed, and there's also some stuff that this movie wants you to read into. Like, it's a little like showing off, hey, this isn't 110% grounded in reality. Like, most of it does feel real and grounded, and these characters talk like real people. But there are points where it does remind you that it is a movie. To some extent, it's a little bit distracting, but at the very least, it does serve a purpose. Like, I did feel as though a decent amount of the visual effects were a little distracting. It just felt like some of the parts of the movie looked like it was in a computer. And there were some sound effects that I found to be a little bit distracting. But as far as issues that go, that's really it. I didn't really have many issues while watching this movie. And Dave Franco, I thought he was great in this movie. And his mustache in this movie, he kept reminding me of Michael Biehn in The Abyss. I don't know why. But that's who he reminded me of, and I thought he was really good in the movie. And that's about all I have to say about Love Lies Bleeding. I thought it was great. It was a great experience. I love the music. I love the characters. The performances are strong in this movie. And in many ways, this was a big surprise for me, even though I kind of knew what to expect because I saw the trailers for this movie, and I believe this was one of those movies that was like really heavily marketed at the time of it being released, and I unfortunately missed it while it was in theaters, but unfortunately I was kind of thinking about the marketing, and it did kind of show a little bit too much. So if you ever want to watch this movie, my advice would be to avoid the trailers and marketing because they do give away a bit too much, in my opinion. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. Just keep in mind it's a little artsy and it's a bit of an art film, and just keep in mind that this movie is going to go in directions you might not expect. And as far as presentation goes, things will be a little bit exaggerated. So just keep that in mind while watching this movie or going into it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Love Lies Bleeding an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Love Lies Bleeding, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Rushmore, directed by Wes Anderson. And I believe this is the only feature film from him that I haven't seen yet, so look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.